So in yesterday's class, we discussed about the networking devices. So in the network devices, many devices are there. Among that, we are going to see the few of the devices which is very important, play a very vital role in the networks. Okay. So first one is we are going to discuss about the modem. I hope that you already know the meaning of modem. Can anyone say what is the full form for modem? We are using 4G modem, 3G modem. No, are you using no? So what's mean it? Do you have any idea?
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. So modem means, what is the full form for modem? Means modulator and demodulator. Okay, modulator and demodulator. That is called as modem. Okay. So what is the use of modem means? For example, the modem, it is doing the two process. Actually, what is the role of the modem means? It is doing the two process. It receiving the signals in the form of analog. Then that received analog signals that will be converted into the digital form. That it will converting, which is modulator. That modulator converting the received analog signals into digital signal. Okay. So see, we are connected, we are getting the connection of internet through modem. No, are you using modem, or are you using modem?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the use, or what is the role of the modem is, this was the thing. Okay. So it receives the signals. That is, for example, whenever you are connecting with the internet, how actually it is doing means, so for example, you search something, you are searching, you are opening the Google page. Okay. Before that, the connection was want to establish. No. So first it will, for example, if you are opening the browser, suppose you are typing the address www.google.com. So that is the address. No. So that the address, it will finding the related IP address where the address is there in the world wide web, that is in the www, that is, then it will find out the websites. Okay. So which website is Google, then it will just establish the connection. Okay. So the connection, how it is establishing means, from our computer everything will be in the form of digital. No, digital means, again I'm saying, zeros and one is called as digit. That is, bit means zero and one are called as bit. Okay. So all the signals will be, as you know that all the computer, I mean, whatever data we are using in the computer, it will be in the form of digital, especially what we are working it. There is a mini computer, mainframe, a microcomputer, mainframe computer and all. Okay. Analog computer, that will works on different style. Okay. That will be different. Okay. So what is actually happening means, from our digital signal, it will be converted, again it will be converted into the analog signals. That is the role of demodulator. So it will demodulate and it will transmit the signal to the antenna, that is network provider. Okay. Suppose if you are using the Airtel or Geo or whatever network, no, so ISP, that is the internet service provider. Have you got it? Now you have some idea, no? So modem is a just device. It will convert the analog signals. For example, from the Google, you are getting the some results, no? So the result will be travel in the form of analog signal. So the modem will catch that analog signal and it will converting into the digital signal. That's what we are able to see the screen. That we can able to see the results. What we are doing the search, whether we are seeing the playing a video or sending the message or whatever we are doing on over the network. This is the process how the modem is involved in it. So now, are you having the some clarity about the modem?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So modulator and demodulator. Okay, that is the role of the modem. That short we are saying it's the modem. Okay, so it will convert the receives analog signal that will be converted into the digital forms. So the computer, we can able to see the digitalized form, what we are getting, what we are seeing on over the website, or playing a video on over the internet, whatever action we are doing it. Okay. See, now that also happening. So that how you are receiving the screen which I shared, how you are receiving my audio which I am talking, no. So how you will receive means, first the digital signal, that is I'm passing the, by giving the voice and sharing the screen, that will be converted into the digitalized form, that is zeros and one. And the modem which is inbuilt, that is network IC and internet, that's we are going to see Ethernet card. Okay. NIC, network interface card, that will convert into the it will demodulate it. Okay. The modem inbuilt, it is there in our system. Okay. In our mobile phone, everything. Okay. All the gadgets which able to communicate. Okay. So that will communicate, I mean, that will transfer, that will convert the signals into the, what are the things. Then for example, suppose I'm using Wi-Fi means, the I am acting the Wi-Fi, I'm using the modem, no, in order to provide the Wi-Fi. So that modem will receive the signals and it will convert into, that is a demodulate into the analog signals. So it will receive to the nearest tower. Suppose I am using the Airtel means it will find the Airtel tower and it will, as it will be passed, the data will be passed to your computer. Okay, then receiver, through the receiver you are having, you are using mobile, no, in the mobile you are using internet. Okay, so in your mobile the modem will act as, it will modulate again. So it will receive the analog signal, then again it will convert into the digital signal. Then only you can able to see the screen which I am sharing. Have you got it? But immediately if I share, you can able to see. You just think it how it is speedily working. Can you able to guess the speed of the internet? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Correct, no? Yeah, that is the concept. How we are. So everything we are using, that's what I said in the starting of the chapter. Everything we are using, modem we are using, everything. But what is the thing? We don't know what is the how it is working, what principle is working, or what are the concepts or things are there in the background that we have to learn it. Just we are going to explore in this chapter. That's what I said before. Okay, next we are going to see about the RJ45. Already we discussed, no? What is RJ45? Registered jack 45. That is Ethernet cable, no? The Ethernet port plastic jack is care, that is called as RJ connector. That is RJ jack, RJ45 jack. Okay. So 45 is a one number. Okay. Likewise in telephone we using what? RJ11 jack, the type of jack. Okay. That is just size. So the type of connector we are connecting through the Ethernet cable we are connecting, no, in computer, either in desktop or laptop. Okay. Have you seen that Ethernet cable, the network cable that we are seeing? Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the thing. Okay, and next thing is Ethernet card. Okay, let me see one by one. You can see this modem. I already said it's just a hardware device. It is a hardware component. Okay, and this was the RJ45. It is a RJ45 jack, and the cable is that is called Ethernet cable. The connecting the cable and the plastic jack, that is called, that process is called as crimping. Crimping is called as just connecting the jack as well as the RJ, that is Ethernet cable. Okay, so RJ45 means registered jack 45. The number is 45. Ethernet cable, sorry, card means it is built in our computer. See, you can see the port. If you are using computer now, right now, you can see the port, Ethernet port, such type of port. I'm just showing, keeping the pointer, the way, where we can able to plug it the RJ45 jack. Ethernet cable port is there, no? Are you seeing? If you are using
Yes, sir.
laptop or desktop means you might see now, or else mobile means it's not there. Okay. So just if you are using the modem also, this type of port may be given. Okay. So this is called Ethernet port. That is our Ethernet card. Okay. So what is the use of Ethernet card? That Ethernet card, generally we are saying, it is used to connect the or establish the network. This card only having the circuits. I mean, you are seeing it having the program to connect, able to connect with the I mean, generate the signals. They are able to create the networks, okay, to receive the network signals. That's what it is known as NIC, that is Network Interface Card. Okay, so if suppose the card is failed, any one of the chip is failed, this card means here the board circuit is called as, we are saying it's a card. Okay, so suppose the circuit is failed means we won't get the signals either in laptop or desktop, even mobile also. Mobile also we are having NIC card. We didn't get the NIC card means then we won't get the signals. Phone will works very properly. You can play the video, you can connect with the Wi-Fi. Okay, that is also I think not possible. Wi-Fi is different one. Wi-Fi card is different, but you won't get the signal. No, that is the SIM signals you won't get it if it is fails means. So that is very important in our mobile and computer, whatever gadgets, the Ethernet card will be there. Another name for it, that is NIC, Network Interface Card. Okay. So how the network interface card, it the card having the unique number that is called as MAC address. The MAC address is another name is physical address of the device. Okay, the MAC address is called as physical address. Okay, what is the full form for MAC, sir? If you're asking, means media access control. Media access control, that is the full form for MAC. Okay, so every device, any device which is having the network IC, network IC means, that is I'm saying network card. Okay, that is a network interface card. Any NIC is there, that should have the unique number. That number is called, I mean, that you have should it should have the unique address. That address is called as MAC address. It's a combination of alphabet and numbers. Okay, I think it may be a five sets pairs. I think so. I'm not sure, but that is the MAC address. Have you got it? What does MAC address means? IP address is different. Don't come mingle with it. IP address is different. That is internet. Okay, it is the machine address. Machine address is called as MAC address. or physical address. That's what they are saying. Physical address means the machine is physical, no? We can able to see, or we can do, we can, it's a physical medium, no? That's what we are saying is a physical address. Okay, let me go ahead with the next one. Okay, then after that, we are going to see router and switch hub. Okay, hub means it's just a centralized port. Okay, just like are you using extension box or spike box? Are you using? Hello?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get it. Are you using? I mean,
Uh,
not now. In that's what
not
not an issue. Yeah, that's what. So what is the use? Can you say that? Yeah, charging okay, but generally I'm asking. For example, in your room only one socket is there, one pin is there. Okay, but you want to put the charge for your laptop and your mobile phone and other gadgets also. Suppose so we don't have the three pins, no? I mean three sockets, no? Have you got it?
yes, sir.
So that time we are
yes,
using the spike box or extension box like this we are saying, no? So what is the use means it will just receives the power and it will split up the powers. Likewise, the hub is a centralized device. It will split it. Okay, it will split the network among the which are all the devices to connect it through the Ethernet cable. Okay, Ethernet cable means you know that internet cable. Okay, that was the thing. Okay, regarding that, the difference between hub, switch, and router, I will show one video that will be easy for you. Please start to see that.
Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about the difference between a hub, a switch, and a router. Now, all three of these devices are similar, but there is a difference in the way they handle data. So we'll first talk about a hub. Now, the purpose of a hub is to connect all of your network devices together on an internal network. It's a device that has multiple ports that accepts Ethernet connections from network devices. Now, a hub is considered not to be intelligent because it does not filter any data or has any intelligence as to where the data is supposed to be sent. And that's because the only thing a hub knows is when a device is connected to one of its ports. So when a data packet arrives at one of the ports, it is copied to all of the other ports. So all the devices on that hub sees that data packet. So again, a data packet comes into one port, then the hub will just rebroadcast that data to every port that has a device connected to it. So even if this computer here only wanted to communicate with this computer over here, these other computers would still receive the data even though the data was not intended for them. So when this happens, it not only creates security concerns, but it also creates unnecessary traffic on the network, which wastes bandwidth. Now, a switch is very similar to a hub. It's also a device that has multiple ports that accepts Ethernet connections from network devices. But unlike a hub, a switch is intelligent. A switch can actually learn the physical addresses of the devices that are connected to it, and it stores these physical addresses, called MAC addresses, in its table. So when a data packet is sent to a switch, it's only directed to the intended destination port, unlike a hub, where a hub would just rebroadcast the data to every port. So as an example, if this computer here wanted to communicate with this computer over here, the data packet arrives at the switch, and then the switch will look at its table of MAC addresses and matching ports and deliver the data to the correct port. And then the data packet would only go to that computer. So that's the major difference between a hub and a switch. So as a result, switches are far more preferred over hubs because they reduce any unnecessary traffic on the network. So as a review, a hub only detects that a device is physically connected to it, and a switch can detect specific devices that are connected to it because it keeps a record of the MAC addresses of those devices. Now, hubs and switches are used to exchange data within a local area network. For example, such as in your home network or in a business. They are not used to exchange data outside their own network, such as out on the internet. Because to exchange or route data outside their own network to another network, such as out on the internet, a device needs to be able to read IP addresses. And hubs and switches do not read IP addresses. So that's where the router comes in. Now, a router does exactly what its name implies. A router is a device that routes or forwards data from one network to another based on their IP address. When a data packet is received from the router inspects the data's IP address and determines if the packet was meant for its own network or if it's meant for another network. If the router determines that the data packet is meant for its own network, it receives it. But if it's not meant for its own network, it sends it off to another network. So a router is essentially the gateway of a network. So here we have a private network with its router, and we'll refer to this as the red network, indicated by the red colored screens on the computers. And over here, you're going to have different data packets indicated by their different colors, which represents different IP addresses, and they are going to be entering the red network's router from the internet. Now, the router is only going to accept the red data packets because they are the only ones that are intended for this network. So all of the other data packets, the yellows, blues, greens, etc., will be rejected by this router because they were not intended for this network because their IP addresses were not meant for this network. Now here is an expanded view of routers over the internet. There are 4 networks here, indicated by their different colors, and each network has their own router, along with their hubs or switches and their computers. So right now, as you can see, each network is just exchanging information within their own network. Their data is not going out on the internet, so they are not communicating with other networks. They are just exchanging data within their own network using their hub or switch. Now let's go ahead and exchange data between different networks. So let's say, for example, that this computer here on the red network wants to communicate with a computer here on the blue network. So for this to happen, the data packet has to leave their own network and go out on the internet. So the computer sends their data and it goes to the network's router. And once the data packet reaches the router will look at the IP address of the data packet and then forward the data out on the internet to the next router, and then make its way to the blue network's router, and then to the intended destination computer. So in a nutshell, this is how routers work. So in conclusion, hubs and switches are used to create networks, while routers are used to connect networks.
I hope you understand what is a hub and switch and router, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you have any? Do you need any clarity, or else any doubt means you can please ask, because this concept is very important. That's what I'm asking. Anybody having any doubt? Okay. So I hope it's yes. Somebody.
Sir,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
router alone can you explain, sir?
Yeah, router, it is used for actually switch means, I mean, hub means just it's a device. It will send the data. What are all the computers are connected to it? It will send the data whether it is required by the computer or not. It will send it. Okay, that is a hub. Switch means that is the intelligent hub. They use the word exact word. Intelligent hub means, so which computer? For example, 10 computers connect to the switch. Okay, so which computers is required that data? That computer alone it will pass the data, the required data, instead of sending to all computers, but switch only directs to the required computer. Okay, the data will be transmitted to the required computer. So how it is sending means through the MAC address. Okay, that is media access control address. It is doing. Okay, that is hub and switch. Okay, let me come to the another concept what you asked. That is router. Okay, so router, it is a device, it is used to connect to different networks. Whenever the same network, for example, you are having a LAN, okay, in one block you are having that contains 100 computers, another B block may contain 100 computers, C block may contain another 100 computers. Likewise, a number of computers are there in the organization or school or colleges, okay, that will be there. So they are making the local area network, okay, that is a only one network. Okay, suppose it want to connect to another network, okay, do you got it? So this network want to connect with another network means that network having a different, that is called as gateway number, gateway address. Okay, gateway address, subnet mask address, another concept is there. Okay, so that is the address for the router. Okay, so let me come to the point. Router is a device, is it used to connect the two networks. For example, you are sending, for example, from your college or from your school, you want to send any data from one of the computer, you want to send to any data to the internet, I mean to any computer which is in another country. Okay, so how the data will be passed means whether you have your own network, likewise in another country they are having another company, they are having own network. Okay, so which is establishing the connection means the router only. Okay, so the data will be passed to the switch and to the router, then router how it will destinate or how it will be send the data properly means through the IP address. It will note down the sender IP address and the data where you need to pass. Okay, that IP address also it will note down. Okay, so it will find out, the router will check, it will, for example, I'm showing the pointer, no Harit, are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
Hello. For example, the first router, it will transmit to the central router. It is not central router, it will be, it's like a mesh. Okay, number of routers are there. Okay, this router may be a routing for, it will routing, doing the routing for a particular network. It will check whether the required IP is in our computer, I mean in our network or not. Suppose if the required, I mean the center, the destination IP is in their network, in this belongs to this router means it will get the data. So it will receive the data and send to the particular computer only. Okay, it will route it to the particular computer. Suppose it is not belongs to this router, it will simply pass to the another router. Then this router will check. Suppose this router also not there means it will transmit to different routers. Have you got it?
Sir, understood, sir.
Yeah, that's what, that's what.
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
Hmm. Yeah, I'm hearing.
sir, sir, why here are three computers? Why are here two systems, sir?
See, this is for example. It is not two computers. It's maybe you can take for 30 computers, 300 computers, just for showing the network, man. This computer means
Okay,
whether you are thinking that switch can able to connect only the three computers are not like that. Just it's a diagrammatic. Whether we are using 100 computers, will it possible to show all the 100 computers? What is this? Just it's showing that. Have you got it? Okay,
okay, sir.
try to understand it. This is all diagrammatic and all you should not see. What is the content? That is very important. So they are very, at last they given very clear definition. Hubs and switches are used to create networks. So for example, you are having a 10 independent system. You want to club all the system to the, you want to create a network. Then you may use hub or switches. Using, if you are using hub means what is the thing? So for example, the first computer want to send a message to the 10th computer. Okay, suppose if you are using switch means what will happen? The hub will transmit all the message, it will receive the message but it will send to all the computers. Can you got it? So security is no, that is less in the hub. Okay, but instead of hub, if you are using switch means what will happen? The first computer, if want to receive to the 10th computer, okay, it will, the switch already it should be configured with all the MAC addresses of all computers. Okay, so it want to where the destination 10th computer. What is the MAC address? It will send the data to the particular computer only, that physical computer only. Have you got it? The difference between hub and switch. And router, it is used to connect to the another network. Okay, from one network to another network, if you like to pass means that is called as route. I mean that should be happened, that should be done by the use of the device, network device called as router. Okay, so the router point means where they are entering the data, like you say check post, it will act as a gateway. That's what we are using the gateway. No, what is gateway means? Where we are receiving the data, where we are, the data will be emitted. For example, uh, we are saying that now India has said we are banned the IP address. Have you got? I mean, it is sorry. it's banned the TikTok. Likewise, they are saying no. Hello, how they are banning? Are you people are here? How they are
Yes, sir.
banning means, for example, the TikTok server is there, no, that should have what, one IP addresses. Suppose it is a China, what is the thing, that company is Chinese companies, no, yeah, is it? So how they are banning the particular website only or particular app only means, so every app or whatever thing, it should have one IP address, no, that is unique. Okay, so they are setting that, they are giving they are programming into our India router. Okay, so in this router, what is the thing, this IP address alone we are blocked. Suppose we blocked in the router means, then it will not allow any data to send, as well as we cannot send anything to the TikTok. We cannot use the TikTok. We cannot contact to the TikTok server, and the TikTok server also cannot able to send anything in belongs to our the certain region or else for a country. Have you understand now how they are
Yes,
doing
sir.
the technical things? So you computer people want to have the knowledge about it, how they are banning a website. Okay, so how they are stopping the Tamil rockers, many things and all they are banning, no, banning means they are stopping means, they are giving the program, they are noting down the IP address of the things, and they are stopping it. Okay, but unfortunately they are posting in another website, another server, they are using it. Have you got it? That's what it is. Have you understood the router concept? Hello, yeah, this was a thing. And the hub router, this is the hub, you are seeing the last diagram, on picture. Okay, in the hub itself, as of course there are two type of hubs are there, active hub and passive hub. Okay, the active hub means it will amplify the signals. Okay, amplify the signal means it will boost up the signals and it will send to the connected devices. Passive hub means it will not amplify, simply it will, whatever the internet speed it will receive, it will simply, it will segregate it. Suppose if you are getting the 100 mbps per second, that much speed if you are receiving the internet, suppose you are using active hub means, it will give, it will amplify all the network speed, and it will be giving for each computer. Suppose 10 computers are connected means, it will provide the internet facility at the same speed, that is 10 100 mbps what it receives. Passive hub means, suppose it receives, the hub is receiving the internet connectivity at 100 mbps means, 10 computers are connected means, it will be segregate or split up into 10 mbps. So each computer can work up to maximum 10 mbps things only. Have you understand? So that time we need to shut down, or we should not use the computer, then our internet speed will be divided. If suppose we are using the passive hub means, have you understand what is the difference between a active hub and passive hub? Hello,
Yes, sir.
yeah, this was the thing. Let me go to the next one. Yeah, switch, this is the diagram of switch. You might see in this, I think so, the D-Link, there's a company Cisco, many companies are there, they are things that, okay, how the switch is connecting means, it will noting down the all the MAC address of the machine means the device. Okay, MAC means, I already said, media access control. Okay, let me go to the router. Router is called as a gateway because it is a entry and exit condition of a network, no. So if any network want to connect with any external network means, we should use what, the router only, that is gateway only we can able to pass. That's what. Okay, okay, let me see this Wi-Fi card. Wi-Fi card, it's a device, it is already, it will be there in our, it is built in our mobile or built in our laptop. Okay, that's what we are able to see, connect the, receives the Wi-Fi signals. Okay, if you want to receive, or suppose if you want to generate, that is hotspot, if you want to generate the Wi-Fi signal, this Wi-Fi card is necessary. Okay, in the all, for example, laptop and mobile, the Wi-Fi card is inbuilt, it will be built in the motherboard, along with the motherboard. Okay, but desktop computer we have to, like a modem, we have to plug and pay. Okay, one thing that is called PCI Express, we can plug the Wi-Fi and we can make use of it. Okay, so we are using such type of Wi-Fi, no, Wi-Fi modem we are using, no. Have you got it? So through that it will generate the Wi-Fi. Likewise, it having the antenna. So the our computer, which are all the Wi-Fi enabled things, gadgets, okay, that can able to receive the signals. Even TV also, smart TV also, I'm saying nowadays. Have you got it? This is the Wi-Fi card which you are seeing in the image. Okay. Let me go to the next one, network topology. What is topology mean? The structure or arrangement of network, how the network was built, the pattern of building the or way of building the networks or establishing the network. That's what simply if you want to say means arrangement or structure of network. That is called as topology. Okay, topology means the way of arranging. Okay, so let me see, as I think this thing terms and all you might see in your lower classes, no? Are you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bus network, star network, tree, ring, mesh. Many type of networks are there. Regarding that, let me see one short video. Then you may easily understand that. Very quickly we can complete it instead of my explanation.
What are network topologies? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, a topology is the layout of how a network communicates with different devices. And there are a couple of different categories of topologies. There's wired and wireless. So we're first going to talk about the most common wired topologies. And the most common wired topology that's used is the star topology. Now, in a star topology, all computers are connected to a central wiring point, such as a hub or a switch. All data on a star network passes through this central point before continuing to its destination. Now, one of the major benefits of this topology is that if one computer failed or if there was a break in the cable, the other computers would not be affected because each computer has their own cable connection. However, a disadvantage of the star topology is that if the central hub or switch fails, then all the computers on that central point would be affected. And this is called a single point of failure. If this happens, the entire network goes down. Another type of topology is called ring. The ring topology is a type of network configuration where each computer is connected to each other in the shape of a closed loop or ring. So every computer on this ring has exactly two neighbors for communication purposes. Each data packet is sent around the ring until it reaches its final destination. Now, this kind of topology is very old and is rarely used today. Now, the advantage of a ring topology is that they are easy to install and easy to troubleshoot. However, the disadvantage would be that if just one of these computers goes down, or if there was a single break in the cable, then all data flow would be disrupted. And the next one is the bus topology. The bus topology is very old technology, and like the ring topology, it's not used today that much. This is the kind of network setup where each of the computers and network devices are connected to a single cable or backbone. And this backbone is a coaxial cable. The computers connect to this cable using special connectors called BNC, which are also known as T connectors. One of the advantages of the bus topology is that it is also fairly cheap and easy to implement. However, a disadvantage of the bus topology is that it requires that the cable be terminated at both ends using terminators. In order for this setup to remain operational, there must not be any open connections, including the ends that attach to the computers. So if a computer is removed or if the terminators are loose or missing, then the cable would be open and then data would bounce back. And this bounce is known as signal reflection. And if this happens, data flow would be disrupted. And there is also the mesh topology. Now, in a mesh topology, each computer on the network is connected to every other computer on the network. So by having so many connections, it handles failure very well. In this illustration, there are 4 computers with 3 connections on each computer, which makes a total of 12 connections for this network. Now, the advantage of a mesh topology is that it creates a high redundancy level, because if one or more connections fail, the computers would still be able to communicate